Y'all, it's me, Insomniac Writer, and we just saw the Justice League movie.
Well, not really.
Not just saw it, but we saw it recently. I saw it twice, Thursday and Friday. I liked it. I think it's been getting some flack unfairly, but considering the Dawn of Justice Batman vs. Superman movie, I can see why, but this actually, to me, was the better film. And the plot isn't as convoluted as people think. But that being said, it was enjoyable. It wasn't a complete waste of time. I do have some things that I wish I would have saw in the movie considering, but it wasn't so bad. What do you think?
That was good. I mean, the villain...
Yeah, I didn't like the villain.
He wasn't bad, but they could have done better.
Yeah, he looked a little too cartoony. And considering the advancements in CGI and what they do with the actors now,
I feel like they put in. I'm not worrying about CGI because they can put more. They probably were worrying about other things.
Yeah, and I know it was a lot getting this movie off the ground. I mean, Justice League is a movie that has been like decades long and waiting, so I can see like the problems, like changes in directors and everything else, but still, it's an enjoyable flick. I like the cast, in my opinion, is well ensembled, especially Aquaman. I never thought I would say that out loud. Like, I really like Aquaman. I really liked Aquaman.
No, you just like the guy who plays him.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah, you just like the
It was a lot of eye candy in the movie.
You like the six.
Like Henry Cavill and Jason Momoa and the shirtless thing. I was not complaining there. So ladies, even if you're not into comic books and you just want to stare at some nice looking guys,
it's there.
It's there. It had some good aspects. It had some drama. It had, it was really funny. It had like Ezra Miller, he played the Flash. He was hilarious. Aquaman was even entertaining. Ben Affleck, I know Ben Affleck has like the whole Daredevil horrible thing overshadowing him, but he did not do bad as Batman. Like, he really wasn't the worst Batman on screen that we've seen. No. He was good.
That role has been forever taken by George Clooney.
Yeah. And the sad part about it was that George Clooney could have been a good Batman, but they made that movie so shitty and campy. Like, George Clooney has that I can be suave and debonair look that you would expect a rich person like, Bruce Wayne to be. So, I remember when that movie came out and they casted George Clooney, I said, oh, George Clooney, he could be Bruce Wayne. And considering how badass he was in From Dusk Till Dawn, definitely he could pull up Batman, but sadly, we were disappointed. But anyway, yeah, I dug it. It wasn't the worst superhero comic book film that I saw this year.
No, that would be the third X-Men movie. That's forever the worst superhero movie. And then above that is Age of Ultron.
Yeah. Age of Ultron could have been, that Avengers movie could have been great.
They just didn't give him enough freedom.
Yeah.
And he actually
And Ultron wasn't, like, unlikable as a character as far as the movie, but, because they had what's-his-face doing the voice, and he sounds so sinister and awesome, but that's the thing with these types of movies where they're trying to cram so much in 2 hours. And, like, as much as I don't like the Twilight series, the way they made that and that whole universe of vampires,
werewolves. The first one sucked.
Whatever, she liked it. Anyway,
no, I liked it. I just didn't like the first one.
Whatever, she liked horrible. It. Anyway, the last one, I wasn't into none of them, but the last two were pretty good. I was like, damn, this is cool. And they split it like they did with Harry Potter. It's like, you can't, when you got that epic of a story, you really sometimes it's a good idea to film it in 2 parts.
That's what they're doing with the Avengers.
Yeah, and it makes sense because the first Avengers movie, awesome. The second one, I was like, well, Chris Evans looks hot. But other than that, and Ultron, he was good as much as he could be. Like I said, the character was acted out well. It's just the development of the story was just not great. But as far as Justice League, not to go far, breaking down the characters, of course, Gal Gadot is just, she's a good Wonder Woman. I like her. Much like Linda Carter did back in the day. I think they took her character and gave it a little bit more, gave it some depth considering. She's never going to be Linda Carter, but she definitely holds a torch. But he was good in this movie because the best scene, and this is, it's not a spoiler. This is obvious. Yes, Superman is in Justice League. So when they bring him back, it's like, wow, epic. Like, because he's just...
but that's what I like. Okay, so I get annoyed when people are like, I've had people come to me because I have like this Superman book bag, but like I've had people literally come up to me like, who do you think is better? Who would win, Superman or Batman? I was like, that depends. Are you talking about the classic Superman? Or are you talking about the new Superman? Because the classic one could sneeze and he blew up a whole entire galaxy or a planet or something.
Yeah, they had to tone down the strength. But I think they mean modern Superman. But see, he still always has that kryptonite weakness.
He was a lot stronger back in the day.
Yeah, but even so, like, Superman, like, Batman probably could still give him a good fight. I mean, because he's Batman. He's rich and he's smart and he's calculating enough to do it. But it's obviously Superman. Superman can break him in half. But that's not even the point. The point is, Henry Cavill did a not bad job. Gal Gadot, obviously, you know I love her. Jason Momoa, I'm sorry, this freaking cat. Oh my god, she's annoying.
Woosah.
She, you had Gal Gadot, you had Cyborg, you had the Flash. Ezra Miller was pretty good as a Flash. He was kind of bumbling and clumsy and kind of campy a little bit, but he was still funny. He was a good, lighthearted addition to a movie that could have been otherwise kind of dark in tone, like the, you know, Batman versus Superman, and he really brought a lighthearted tone that, you know, a character like the Flash could bring. Another few things, like the Cyborg character, I liked him. I mean, at first I thought he was going to be kind of emo, but he kind of got it together because you've seen that he was struggling with being, you know, this cyborg, you know, and not being all human like he was before, and he's just dealing with that, being the fact that he was dead and he was not, and blah, blah, blah. That reminded me, I was telling her about it, he reminded me of the cyborg character that they brought onto the Smallville series, played by Lee Thompson, rest in peace. You know, trying to get used to the fact of what he was, trying to get, you know, a handle on everything. So that's where I like, you know, Cyborg to start, and that was awesome. I thought that was pretty neat. So it was just kind of amazing. I don't know why it reminded me of that when I saw it. It was like immediately what I thought. It was like, oh, season 5, Smallville, when they had Cyborg on there. And then when they brought him back, he was already acclimated with his powers. He was getting used to him. He was like learning who and what he was, and like how vast his capabilities and powers could go. So, you know, I've always liked Cyborg. I've always liked just his character. Like on Teen Titans, he's like always one of my faves.
Teen Titans, go!
Yes. No, not Teen Titans.
Teen Titans.
Not Teen. And then I said Aquaman. I liked Aquaman. He was cool. Like, usually Aquaman over the years has just gotten some flack.
You know something?
He talks to fish.
The animated series are good.
Yeah. And like I said, in more recent years, they molded Aquaman into a more formidable, you know, comic book character. And I liked it. Even what they did with him on Smallville was pretty cool. He was like this whole activist for the ocean, and I forget the guy who played him then, but he was pretty cool. Like, you know, middle of, you're kicking the thing. What the bloody?
I'm sorry, I have big feet.
Then uncross them. God, I just can't do. That being said, things I don't like about the movie, like I said, the campiness of what was his name again? The bad guy, not Darkseid. Whatever.
My point exactly.
Yeah.
You can't even remember his name.
Yeah, I remembered it earlier, but I'm like, oh, I didn't really. He was too cartoony looking. Like, the CGI was distracting. That was and then there were things that I wanted to see. Like they showed like the war against the bad guys early, like in the middle, and then they kind of gave you Easter eggs, Shazam, and the Green Lantern, which they really need to redeem. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love Ryan Reynolds. I do. He said Green Lantern was not a great movie. Like, the only time I really watched Green Lantern
that was a bad movie.
I watch it on mute. I mean,
oh God, you're so crunchy.
I know. They did kind of give you a glimpse of Green Lantern in the movie. The Green Lantern Corps. The ending cameo. Alright, this is a spoiler. Spoiler alert. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Anyway, another thing I didn't like, I think they should have pulled in some stuff from Suicide Squad, like Amanda Waller. I love Amanda Waller. I don't know how they could have fit her in there, but it would have been awesome if they could have fit her somewhere, because Viola Davis played the shit out of her in Suicide Squad. She actually made that movie enjoyable, and her and the girl that played
what?
God. The Harley, not Harley Quinn, like she was good in Suicide Squad, but that was it, you know. So again, Justice League and Injustice League and was it Injustice League, the bad guys?
Yeah, I love that Injustice League. That means we're seeing more of Jared Leto. Can someone give him some eyebrows? He would look fine if he gave him some eyebrows.
Well, My So-Called Life. Yes. And Fight Club. He was good in Fight Club, but he had blonde hair. I wasn't feeling it. Anyway, check out Justice League. I know it didn't get the greatest score on Rotten Tomatoes. I know people have been mixed reviews about it. It has its weak points. It has its not so weak points. Joss Whedon, we all know, stepped in at the last minute to finish with the filming.
Wait, what did Joss Whedon also do?
Avengers and Buffy.
And
maybe that's where the lightheartedness.
That's a jab back at. That's a jab back at Marvel for what they did to him.
Well, it was a personal favorite of Zack Snyder, considering he had like a tragedy in the family. I don't think it had anything to do with.
No, they did. Marvel did him wrong.
Yeah, that too. But regardless of such, it still has that lightheartedness. I mean, you think about the movie. To me, I thought it was going to be dark because they were kind of getting over the death of Superman, which we knew he was coming back, but they didn't. So it was like, oh my God, please don't let this be a depressing, dark movie. Because Man of Steel made me like dark and depressed. And Superman is supposed to be like this beacon of hope and light, and just, he's not chipper, but he's just like, here to save the day. Like, that's Superman. He's always kind of happy for the most part. And I don't like emo Superman, and it just doesn't work. And I think that's where Man of Steel and Dawn of Justice kind of failed, because Batman is supposed to be dark and emo, not Superman. You know? That being said, great film. Check it out. I mean, I would give it a good 3.5, 4 out of 5 stars. So check it out.
I give it a 3.5.
Yeah. Anything else you liked about the movie or disliked?
Shazam!
Shazam.
I love Shazam. No, like, you don't understand. Like, I see a lot of people, like, me and
Shazam is coming. We all know Shazam is coming. We do have... I'm interested to see Jason Momoa as the Aquaman in his own movie. I mean, it's Khal Drogo. I mean, him being hard-ass in Game of Thrones and him being a little bit... He's still kind of hard-ass.
Surfer dude.
But surfer dude, and...
He's funny.
He worked it. He and I'm not saying that just because he had his shirt off. He actually is a good actor.
It's the six-pack talking.
He could have had a puffy bag on the whole movie, or a parka, and just not seen the body, and I still would have enjoyed him. It's the six-pack. And those arms, oh my God. And the chest, and the pecs, and the... Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I'm trying to remember what else that stuck out about the movie that I really, really cared about.
No, wait.
Can you please, with the phone, like,
I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning this game. No, give me my phone.
Yeah, I had to pull a mom moment. It's so annoying when you talk to a kid. It's like, yeah, mom. Mom, yeah.
Now you can hear the music from my phone. Ha.
Good ending to a video. Now you can do the Ben Affleck sad Affleck face because I took your phone. I took her phone. Yes, I pulled a mom moment, which I try not to do often. I know it sounds like bad parenting, but sometimes you gotta like pull the reins back, and yeah, so sad. A teenager without an electronic device. Oh, the horror. And I have to tune into The Punisher at least one episode in extra week today.
I love that Ben Barnes is in it.
But we definitely got my review and my take on The Punisher coming really, really soon after I stream all the episodes. And that'll be that. So until the next time, my friends, stay tuned, stay fly, stay awesome.
And don't die.
And don't watch Green Lantern. unless you have it on mute and you don't mind watching Ryan Reynolds in tight stuff.
And CGI. Lots of CGI.
Lots of CGI.
It's not good CGI either.
No. It's like 90s CGI.
You want to see a good superhero movie that's underrated?
What?
Blade. Some people don't even know that's a superhero movie.
It is. It's Marvel.
Yeah.
Blade is good. Wesley Snipes was the shit as Blade. I don't know where they took it at afterwards, but it was just the first Blade movie.
I heard
really
they're doing
good.
something with Blade.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I hope so.
I'm like, get that CGI. Get Wesley Snipes. Don't get anyone. Don't recast.
Well, Wesley Snipes is getting up there, and Blade.
But he's still got it though.
Yeah, he does. But
I love Wesley
he
Snipes.
done got a little, trying to jump around, do all the extra stuff, and they tried to make him CGI in one of the later Blade movies. I think it was in the second one, and it just didn't work for me.
Man, that was like a decade ago, or at least 2.
No, it was just a decade ago. You were alive when the second Blade came out.
Don't correct me. I don't appreciate that. Don't undermine
Now the first
me.
Blade, yes, not the second one. The second one came out. You were around. But anyway, until later. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that other good stuff. Share if you have anything as far as comments and opinions or whatever. Leave them in the comment section below. She's trying to reach for the phone and we're not letting her get it.
No.
Yeah, anyway, till later, friends. This is the Insomniac Writer and Junior Insomniac Writer signing out.